go. Let's do it.
Hello, Fight Insight fans, viewers, and listeners. I'm your co-host, Braydbunch, aka the non-binary ninja. I'm with Timmy B, right? The real host who has invited me back again. But on today's episode, right, we're both really excited. We're going to focus on the UFC betting scandal. We're going to predict the future with some crazy conspiracy theories. But you know what? For now, I'm going to zip it. So, Tim, hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fight Insight Podcast. Let's talk.
Our guest today is a 14-fight veteran of the UFC who comes to us off his recent victory against Tim Means in October. He's won 4 of his last 5 in the stacked welterweight division. He's a fan favorite in the cage. This man also has a very strong social media presence and a strong meme game. He is the meme king. Not one to shy away from a fight or a topic of discussion. We are happy to have him here to help us break down the recent betting drama in the UFC. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podcast, Max PAIN Griffin.
What's up?
Max, you're supplying your own sound effects. I appreciate that.
I'm really into sound effects. Yeah, I do sound effects for everything. I'm one of those kinds of people.
Nice, so, nice. Now, before we start the podcast, because of recent things going on online, do I have to pay you for this interview?
Only for Ariel Hawani.
Oh, nice, nice. Like, you know, I will say, Max, only one fighter ever has asked me to pay them for the interview. We're on episode 96, pretty much a different fighter from around the world every episode. Only one time has someone asked me. So I don't know what the deal is with that.
Well, you know, I mean, was it before or after?
No, this was a while ago, like maybe.
What did they ask before the interview, or were they like, "Hey, pay up"?
No, they asked before, like before they booked it. They go, "Hey, this is my fee if you want to do an interview."
Can I ask what the fee was? I'm curious.
It was $300 US.
Interesting.
Did you do it?
No, of course not, Max. I'm broke as hell. What do you mean? I'm paying $300. Max, your hand, I can see that it's injured, that the surgery. How is that going? How's the healing?
It's going good, actually. So in the fight with Tim Means, I remember going, I hit him real fucking hard. And I remember going back to the first round in the corner and thinking in my head, like, my hand's broke. But I didn't say anything. I said, give me some water. So sitting there, drink water, act like it didn't happen, you know, until the end. I mean, something was up with my hand, obviously, but backstage when we took off my glove, we took it out. Well, I went to the medical tent, and all the doctors were like, "Oh!" When we took my glove off. Well, my hand was my bone, my thumb. It's called subluxed. It's like this kind of like a dislocation, but it was out, and it folded my hand like a taco, and this bone was sticking out. And in that, it tore this and ruptured this.
Yeah,
all at the same time. So. Ended up getting surgery. Actually needed a second opinion for surgery because I went, saw a specialist. He's like, yeah, just I'll see you next week. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, I need some action. This is my moneymaker, you know? So don't just tell me to do nothing.
Yeah.
Got a second opinion. They're like, we're doing surgery in the morning. So I'm glad I did. Got 2 pins put in. They're called percutaneous pins. Percutaneous pinning.
So we showed up on screen here for those only on audio.
So they have so my bones were dislocated. So to keep it together, they drilled with a drill bit two drill holes, and then fed those wires in, fed them out on the skin, and bent him over, put these little caps on him.
Yeah.
For like a bitch. And it took a while. I mean, it was an open wound for 5 weeks. So had to put hydrogen peroxide on it every like 2 hours and make sure it wasn't getting infected.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So,
But
so Max, I want to ask you a question. Why did you not remove yourself from the USADA testing pool from the surgery time up until you're fully recovered?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had any steroids yet. If that's where we're going with this.
Well, so here's the thing. TJ, was it TJ, right? TJ Dillashaw pulls himself out of the USADA testing pool, and there's people like Henry Cejudo and whatever that suggest that it's because, hey, he wants to take shit during his recovery period.
For a shoulder.
Other people online, people fight with me a lot, Max. This guy says, hey, Fight Insight, no need for someone to get tested when getting a surgery and a recovery period. Most surgeries will require injecting of substances that are banned anyway. You can get some type of steroid to fight inflammation.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, though. You can't be going in and out. I mean,
you can, but everything that we take, like I've been on, prednisone, even prednisone, that's a steroid. Technically, I've been on that. As long as USADA is involved, you can't take stuff under their nose. But even for my hand, I want to get an injection. So I'm gonna reach out and say, hey, I want to get stem cell or some kind of Genesis, some kind of injection because they help. But I don't know about getting on the testing pool. That might be for some really hot shit that they won't let you take. But I've taken different steroid stuff, but it's with USADA, and they're involved. It don't matter.
When you say with USADA, you mean you check with USADA to say, hey, here's all the stuff I'm supposed to take. Is this cool?
Yep. Every time. I'm like, yo, even they prescribe me prednisone. It's a steroid. It was, I think, before the Carlos Condit fight. And I was worried, like, hey, I don't want to test or anything,
Right.
But as long as you let them know and they're made aware of it, then you're fine.
Okay. So, the other thing that they say, Max, is like, oh, of course this guy has to get out of the testing pool because why does he want them bothering him his whole life during his recovery stage? It's going to be like 6 months. I call a little bit of BS on that too. It's like, do you just pull yourself out of the USADA testing pool because you're like, well, I don't want to be bothered? How many times are they coming to test you, Max, while you're in recovery, I guess, is my question.
I haven't seen them. Not once so far.
You told them you were having surgery, right?
I haven't told them. The channels, it's interesting. I don't think the channels talk to each other as like the UFC doctors don't talk to the matchmakers, don't talk to USADA. Like, I remember I got a call during COVID to fight the Leech on like a week's notice in China. That's the only fight I've ever turned down. I think it was like 200 pounds. It takes me a while to make 170.
Sure.
But in that time, my back was hurt. Like, I was out on injury.
Right.
When they called me for this fight, they're like, yo, Max wants to fight in China. I'm like, I'm still on leave for my back being injured. So they don't communicate. So my manager has to let Sean know directly, like, yo, Max is hurt. Yeah. So
okay, so are you saying even without telling them you're in surgery or hurt, like USADA still just hasn't shown up? So when people say, oh, well, you want to avoid the 200 visits from USADA in the next couple months.
I don't know why they keep crying about that. It's such a fucking annoyance that they're crying. Even, what's his name? Borachino or whatever, crying about USADA coming all the time. They fucking come. Like, fucking pee in the cup. It's part of the fucking job. Like, stop fucking bitching about it, dude. Like, yeah, they've woken me up. Yeah, they knocked on my door at 6 a.m. But now I have a relationship with them who come. So they come like right at 7. They come at a good time. Because, I mean, they don't want to be here longer than me. Like, they don't want to be fucking hanging around with me all day. So, I mean, they used to come like right after I took my morning piss. And then they get here. Yeah. And then they're here for 3 hours. You know what I mean? So it's like, if they could come before I take my piss, that's why they come at that certain time. Now they time it. They wake me up in the bed. They knock like the fucking police though, which is I fucking hate.
What do they look like, Max? Do they look intimidating? Like, what do these people look like? Are they nerds? Like,
there's different ones. I've had numerous ones, but now the ones I have, I call them grandma, grandpa. We have a good relationship. They come in, they talk to my family. Like, they've been testing. The guy's been in the bathroom watching me piss for fucking a couple years now. Like, we're pretty comfortable.
I've got a random question. So I saw you taking a rip earlier when we started the interview. I'm pretty sure the UFC allows cannabis now as long as you're not like fighting high, right? How would you feel about these random stop-by visits if THC was still banned?
So USADA changed the rule. I want to say is when I fought Condit. That weekend, it was a big announcement that they are no longer testing for in-competition tests. And that was a big thing. I've always stopped smoking weed 30 days out, my whole career, my whole fucking however long I've been fighting. I just stopped 30 days. That's the pass for sure. So this last fight was the first time. And you know what? It also matters, though, per state you're in. Different commissions try to fuck you. Like, Texas, no. Florida, no. Any 0.001%, you're finding you. They're suspending you. But if you're in California, Vegas,
probably New York,
you know, they said just try not to look high when you come to the fight. You know, try not to. You know, there's no way. Yeah, Jeff Nowitzki was telling us there's no way to like prove that we're high during the fights, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, don't come smelling high, bloodshot eyes, like on fight night to fight.
Yeah.
But this fight was the first time, because I mean, it was like 4 weeks out, and then I was still smoking, and I was like, I did cut it back. 3 weeks out, still puffing. Like, am I gonna stop? 2 weeks out. Well, you know what? Probably not. And look, mind you, I'm so on edge usually as I'm peaking for the fight. The last like month, the last few weeks, I'm in fucking this destroyer mode. So anything like road rage, any fucking anything just makes me go to 1,000,000 instantaneously.
Real quick.
Yeah, but like when I cut the smoke out and shit, when it's just a bad recipe. But
yeah,
this last fight was able to puff a little bit, like at night. I was smoking at night just for recovery and just getting my body right, my mind clear. And I smoked all the way till Wednesday. Yeah, we cut weight Thursday, weighed in Friday. Yeah, so I smoked all the way to Wednesday, and it was different. Photo shoots, all the shit was funner. Like signing posters, everything was just more chill. Everyone was all fucking uptight, and I mean, I don't know. People don't know. It's like people don't know how to act. I mean, I've been doing this shit for many fucking years, man. I think you said 14 fight vet. I might be more. I might be 15. I don't know though.
Oh shit! All right, well,
might be 15. I don't know though. I mean, it's 14 or 15.
The counting's not so good, Max.
Hey, neither am I. But
Max, I want to show you fan art that I got sent in before we get to the whole betting stuff. Okay, this is what we really want to hit on. But I do want to share this with you. This is from @PipeAngel on Instagram. Boom!
Oh, that's clean.
It's pretty wicked, right?
Yeah, I like the pipes, the arm pipes. That's sick.
Yeah, really cool. Thank
you. Good looking.
Yeah, that artist. I think they tagged you in it. They posted it just as you got on here, but they did art for us for our friend Brian BamBam Barberena, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is so cool!" And now they did it for you, so that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to talk about the whole betting scandal. Everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. We've been talking about it on the podcast since the release of that announcement, Max, that said you cannot bet, you and your agents and whatever, right? So just for people that are like just waking up from a coma, the ban on betting comes out, says, hey, UFC fighters, you, your agents, your coaches, whatever, you can't bet on UFC fights. They integrate that into the code of conduct for UFC. I said at the time, suspicious, something's happening. The next week, TJ Dillashaw fights fully compromised with a busted shoulder. I came on the podcast and I said, bullshit, that's the tie-in. That's what they knew was happening. There's some sort of scam here. Then 2 weeks later, the Minner fight, Derek Minner fights. That results in an investigation. As a result of that, James Krause is banned from ringside. James Krause's podcast gets taken down because he had a betting podcast, a betting Discord. Where I live, Max, Toronto, Ontario bans betting across the province on UFC fights. Alberta, Canada bans bets in UFC. James Krause is banned from the UFC. Any fighter training at Glory MMA, his gym, is banned from the UFC. Now Alberta, Canada. You okay?
He's better than okay.
Alberta, Canada lifts the ban. Last weekend, FAC 17, Fighting Alliance Championship 17, they banned James Krause from that. Fight Pass would not air that. That is Kansas City Fighting Alliance, which used to be called James Krause's FAC. Then Dana White releases a video at the press conference at UFC 282 saying that people are going to go to federal prison as a result of this. All those things. Max, in general, what's your thought around this shit?
Oh, it's a lot. They seem pretty fucking pissed about it. I know when it first happened, I got a call from my manager because I don't bet, all right, but I know people that bet, you know. I talked to a lot of people, but
wait, bet on themselves?
No.
What do you mean? Just bet in general? Like I bet on UFC fights, you mean? Like just people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I talk to people who bet, like on other people. I don't know anyone who bet on themselves, yada yada. Okay. But my manager hit me up initially and was like, "Yo, you need to get away from the betting because some shit's coming down the pipe. People are gonna get in fucking trouble right now. So we want you far away from that as possible." So I did have my pains picks. I did.
Which you stopped.
Which I stopped, but I still have them on subscription. It's just but I don't bet. There more predictions. Right. Because people have been waiting. I've been doing the pains picks for a couple years now, you know.
And just for people that don't know, can you explain what is pains? Do people pay you for those predictions?
No, pains picks. It's just my thoughts on the card. I circle who I thought. I just circle who I think's gonna win.
Right, as we all do.
As we all do. Yeah. A lot of times I'm right, but it got squirrely now with yourself, friends, colleagues. How far does that go?
Max, just so you know, we had a lawyer on the podcast when it got released, and I said, what does other people mean? And they said, anybody you know. Like, it doesn't have to be a second cousin to break the chain. It's like anybody you know, you got to be careful.
See, this is shit. This is anyone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's shitty because it's like one person's fucked it up for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
But obviously something was said, at least for this James Krause shit, for the line to change that much. And for him to say how he makes more money betting, you know, than anything. And he's been bragging about that on his Discord. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. And when I heard Dana yelling about prison, like, that shit was scary. What's he talking about?
Okay.
Have you seen the full interview?
Dude, I saw parts. Okay, let me get to that. I'm just going to play a short clip up to one part that I thought was funny. Okay, so I'm going to play this for people on audio. Always come to the YouTube or the Spotify version. Here it is.
You can give us on what's going on currently.
There's literally nothing I can say about that. You know, I I did an interview the other day with Akamoto. It was probably the most I've said about this, and that doesn't come out till like next week. But it is what it is. There's an investigation going on, and see how it plays out.
How concerning is this for you about like kind of the integrity not only of this organization? Updates you can give us some.
I'm gonna stop it at there. Did you see him like adjust his shirt? Like, ugh. Did you see that?
It doesn't look good.
He goes on to say people are going to prison. UFC is taking such a hard line on this, and fast. Like, Max, to ban James Krause, to say all your fighters cannot fight in the UFC.
That's major.
Yes.
To extend it out to, I get him. I mean, I don't know. I understand him, but there must be a lot more going on for them to ban everyone he's associated with. I mean, how do they know who he's associated with? You know what I mean? Like, are people moving? Are people obviously left the gym?
No,
right?
okay, but that's the thing though, Max. Like, how many people have moved to Kansas City to train with James Krause or Glory MMA? People move all the time. Relocate your family, everything. Yeah. Now what? Now those young fighters, like my friend Alexa Culp, who's a fighter in, not in UFC yet. She's there, man. What is she supposed to do now?
Is he gone or is he still there? Is he still
so
like, it's all good?
She fought at FAC 17 last weekend. Okay. And I was trying to watch, of course, Fight Pass just bans the event, doesn't even put it on. Like literally minutes before it started, like it was still saying on Fight Pass. Then it just never shows up. I did catch clips. I don't think he goes with her to the ring. And then I read that he was banned from the event as well.
Entirely. He must have been doing some shit, man.
I have a question. So with this fight that started all of this, they're not saying that like it was like the fight was thrown. It was more so just the inside knowledge was used to make some money. Is that it? Could it be possible that some people he's trained, that he does make so much money that maybe there has been thrown fights where maybe someone on his team was told, hey, you go down in the third round, you can make this much behind the scenes, because maybe it really is much deeper than we realize.
I feel like there's more to it for them. They must have found something when they like just started investigating to go that far into banning everyone and making such a big deal about it. There'd have to be, right?
Max, okay, here's my conspiracy theory. I bet very little, but I had a multi-parlay that was ending with TJ Dillashaw beating Aljo. Okay. And then TJ with his stupid shoulder pops out. He says, oh, it popped out 20 times in the past
I had
few months.
I had dude on that too.
And I was on every other fight I had picked, Max, was dead on.
Yeah.
I think that the TJ thing may have started this whole thing, because how many people would have known
the prior week?
It was 2 weeks prior, but it was 1 week after that betting ban came out. So it's like, because UFC's been in business 30 years. Why all of a sudden do they put it out? And then all this shit starts happening
because they knew it was coming. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, the TJ thing, dude. To say that it came out 20 times in the back, even in the back, when he's talking to the ref.
He told his ref, hey, when my shoulder pops out, don't stop the fight.
Like, that's... But even that, if someone else's shoulder pops out and you don't say shit, they're stopping the fight.
Yep.
We're stopping the fight. That's just... So that's interesting to me. That's interesting to me that when I heard that, like, and y'all knew that it was, but Dana and them said they didn't even know about it. They were pissed off because the medical staff didn't even know about this injury, but the ref did.
And what's the what's the responsibility of the ref to go out and tell someone?
Usually, but it's a title fight. He shouldn't have said shit, really, but he did.
Maybe he bet a lot of money on the fight. You know,
Max, that's my conspiracy theory, Max. My conspiracy is that the UFC or the betting commissions or integrity officer, all that, didn't notice all the bets going heavy on Aljo because there'd be a billion people betting on Aljo anyways. He's the champ. It's a thing. They wouldn't have noticed the betting lines going weird on that one. The problem is they noticed it on Minner because he's a goddamn Fight Pass prelim fighter. Who the hell's betting on these guys?
Yes. They got stupid.
I think too, maybe TJ didn't say anything.
No. Well, no, maybe TJ didn't say anything, but his whole team would have known. Day in and day out, you're training with the dude. Everybody knows you're going to fight against Aljamain Sterling with one arm.
Well, I didn't see that on the odds. You know?
No, because
any kind of odd change or the odds seemed. I think he was the underdog, which I liked.
No, but exactly that's why I picked. But that's because it's Aljamain Sterling and TJ Dillashaw. There was going to be millions of dollars bet on both those guys anyways. So even though like a bunch of people may have been in the know, it wouldn't have shifted the line.
So you think you're saying that you think people were in the know on that fight? People knew.
Yeah. I think people knew on the TJ
it wasn't
fight
uncovered because it wasn't prelim versus Sarah, whatever her name was.
Yeah. Nobody knows. Yeah. So there's so much money coming in on TJ and Aljo that the line doesn't move that much anyways, even though all of, TJ's friends start betting heavy on Aljo. It doesn't move the line. No, well, I don't know. I don't know. I need you to go investigate that for me, Max. Max, have you ever been in the locker room and seen someone so badly injured and compromised before they go out that you're like, holy shit, I should go bet on against this guy?
No, I mean, not like that. Yeah, not. I mean, people come. We go in the fights. People go in the fights hurt all the time. I don't know about that, but I feel him. I feel him though about there's no one to get another title shot. You know, he's gonna fight this fight. He's gonna get this money and hope he wins with one shoulder. Like I don't blame the guy.
All right,
I get it. I mean, the shit's a shady business we're in. It's just part of the game. But as long as you know that, as long as you know it's a shit game, good. But if you act like it's not and you just act like it's some fairy tale land, you're fucking wrong.
What do you think about the fact that the UFC is coming out so hard on Krause and the gym? Because there's a thing called defamation. Like, if Krause isn't found to be guilty, he's going to sue the shit out of the UFC because they have ruined his life, right?
That would be if he's innocent.
I know, yeah. So that's what I mean. Okay, but what I'm saying is that how could the UFC possibly go this hard in the paint if they're not 1,000,000% sure?
Proof. They're gonna have proof and data and facts and numbers. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but they act like they got him red-handed and shit. They acted like they got him, Maybe it seems like they're jumping to conclusions, but if they have like a slam dunk case, they maybe they have screenshots of, people saying certain shit. And people will say shit. I think people, you put a little reward out for these people, there's gonna be all kind of little rats coming up with, he told me to bid on this and he told me to bid on that. I guarantee it.
When money is involved, Max,
guaranteed.
It ruins families. It ruins friends. There's no way you can keep this shit quiet. Like people, like even if you're trying to, and this is the thing too, for fighters or whatever out there, this law that now says you cannot, bet, or your friends can't bet, you can't risk. Like, people are like, oh, it doesn't, like, online, Max, people are like, well, it doesn't matter. Max Payne could just go tell his cousin to go bet for him. It's like,
I know.
Crazy.
Nah.
Stupid.
No, I know, but even my homies are like, bro, we'll bet for you. I'm like, nah, man, fuck it.
No, because Max,
I don't want anything to do with it. I didn't even want to do my picks because I didn't want people to think I'm betting. I'm not, though. Look at my shit. I'm not. It makes it easier. It takes stress off when you're not betting. It's like, fuck it, you're just really picking. It did take a lot of weight off my shoulders. I will say that. Now that, like, it sucks. Yeah. But now I can't bet. It's fucking what it is. So now all these picks are just fucking. I got no nuts in the game, no skin in the game.
Yeah,
they're like actual just picks now.
Are any I mean, I don't know, because now you're injured and recovering, but have fellow fighters reached out to you about this and said, like, what the fuck? Like, are people talking about this in the? Yeah,
we've talked to some. I talked to Bilal. Was that because he does the Bullies picks, his little picks, and I was like, bro, are you still doing these? Fucking, And is he still? Yeah, but he's like, if he doesn't think they're really talking about us. Like, he thinks that
you need to call him up immediately, Max. They're talking about everybody. Like, you can't say, oh, it's not me. Like, you don't fucking want to get.
Yeah, he's not betting. He's just picking. But when I was saying even just a prediction, I feel like is kind of sketchy. But I'm not betting, so.
Because here's the thing, Max. You have, let's say Bilal has no knowledge of anything, right? Okay, and he's really just doing it honestly. And then he goes, okay, and I pick, Joe Schmo to win this fight. And then the other guy, you find out he was injured and blah, blah, blah. And then Joe Schmo wins. People are going to look at Bilal and go, well, why did you pick Joe Schmo? You must have known something.
See, now that's what I was worried about. Like, what if I'm right? They're like, he knows because I think I started this last card. I was 5 for 5. I didn't see the whole card this last 282, but the first 5, I was 5 for 5. So I have pretty good, like, I mean, sometimes I hit, sometimes I don't. But is that inside? It's like a real opinion inside betting. It's like what you know what I mean?
You know what?
Like,
can't you go vote? Can't you still bet on boxing, bare knuckle boxing, like all that other stuff?
Yeah.
Right?
Football. Yeah, I'll do football and shit now. I do football, basketball. I don't know shit. It's just what my homies say who watch it. But is that insider for that? You know what I mean? Like, what's insider? An educated opinion on what you betting on? Yeah, I know if I'm looking at two fighters and I think one sucks and I think that guy's going to beat him and he wins, like, is that insider to have that opinion?
I don't think
Can I have that opinion anymore?
You may not have an opinion on anything, Max. That's the way the world is going. Just no opinion ever.
It's unreal.
This whole thing is insane. It's all crazy. But Max, I appreciate you coming on to kind of talk about this because I was interested in, like, what is a fighter thinking? Like, but you're saying, hey man, be careful. Like, don't say shit.
First off, don't bet. Yeah, don't bet. It's not worth it. I don't know. Dana scared me when he's talking about prison and all this shit. Like I said, I saw part of the clips and it was like, yo, I don't want nothing to do with any of this shit. Because something's happening. They're trying to, like, tie people to it. And
Now, Max, I know you will not talk about this, but let's say there's a conspiracy out there that says people in the UFC are involved in it. Okay. Let's say, because people are saying that, obviously people are like, well, the UFC knew. There's people in the UFC that knew this. The problem is, even if that's true, they're going to friggin' create a whole bunch of problems for other people so that they never get caught. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be a million other scapegoats that will go down first. So
I don't know, man.
Yeah, we'll keep quiet on that, right?
Yeah, I don't know anything about
All right, Max.
Nothing about that.
Hold on, Brady Bunch. Go ahead.
Can I ask a couple quick questions before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Ask these questions, and then I think we had some on my Instagram. People.
Yeah, on your Instagram, I got them right here.
All right, real quick. What was going to be my question? I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I just had them in my head. Let's go to the Instagram.
Okay, let's go to some of these. Let's go to some of these Instagram questions on your Instagram. This is at Max PAIN Griffin. If you're not already following Max PAIN, of course you are, but go follow Max PAIN Griffin. All right, let me look at some of these. I'm paying $5,000 to the first 5 people to message me tough times. All right, well, that's fucking nothing. What's the most difficult thing about your recovery on your hand?
It fucking hurts. It hurts real bad. You know, I'm pretty fucking tough, man. And this shit, it's had its days where it was just humming, dude, like a beating heart. Doom, doom, doom. And yeah, it just fucking hurts, dude. And I'm tough as nails. And it fucking hurts.
All right.
Yeah.
Should you be a ranked fighter?
Should I be one? Well, I beat up Neil Magny back in March. They paid me the win bonus. So far as I'm concerned, I'm 5 straight.
Wait, they paid you the win bonus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I never heard this. So,
yeah. So I fight Neil Magny. I think I beat him. Won the first 2 rounds.
Yep.
Lose the fight. I'm like, what the fuck? Go backstage. Mick Maynard comes right behind me. In the security tent, or not, sorry, the medical tent. When they're looking at me, Mick Maynard comes in there. He's like, "Yeah, Matt, good fight." It's like, me and Dana thought you won the fight. We're gonna give you your win bonus. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah. He's like, fucking judges. Yeah, good job. Yeah, good job. And fucking, I was like, no fucking shit. So he leaves. My manager, Dave Hirschbein, like messages like Tracy, like the money lady, just to make sure that it's being pushed through. And she's already working on it. Dana called already and shit. So yeah, they gave me, I got the win bonus for that. So
that's fucking wicked, man. Good for you.
They never do that. They never do that either. Never.
Nice.
They never, you know. So yeah, so far as I'm concerned, I'm 5 straight.
Nice, man. I'm not saying the names of the people that have written this in. You can find it on Max Payne's Instagram. Steady Cushion says, "Let's fucking go. Does it lean to the left or right?"
Leans to the left.
All right, thank you. Brady Bunch, you were going to ask this about the Emerald Cup.
Yeah, I guess just what was the coolest thing from the Emerald Cup, and is there like a favorite cannabis brand you got?
Favorite thing for the Emerald Cup. So I'm a concentrate guy, particularly like live rosins. I keep elevating my weed game, and to me, live rosin fucking is. I don't know if you even see. This is some fucking delicious. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is some serious stuff. And this stuff was like, gotta like when I was there, I was like, what's your best shit, you know? And then they had their best stuff, and then they had like every grower or whatever had their own personal like jar or head stash. I was like, well, I want that. So I got most of what I got was what the best dudes had, their private owned fire ass shit.
I love
That's
it.
what I got. A lot of it.
Perks of being a kick-ass fighter.
I was the only fighter there, yo. I was the only fighter there.
Nice, nice. M Valenti 92018. Who do you call out?
Who do I call out? I wanted to fight these guys, man. I want to fight Ponzinibbio. I want to fight the Leech. I want to fight Jeff Neal. All of them. Robbie Lawler before he goes.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
I want to fight everybody. I feel like you should want to fight everybody. Oh, D-Rod. I'm going to fight D-Rod too.
Nice.
But yeah, I feel like there's guys, well, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him. And fuck that. You should be able to think you could beat fucking everybody. If you're not, you should feel like you should be able to beat everyone. You shouldn't be like, oh, I got to whoop my ass. Or That guy will be a tough fight. There's tougher fights than most, but if you train the right way, you should be able to beat anyone any day of the fucking week. So,
Love
of
that.
course. What's the first thing, Galagos? What's the first thing you do before starting your training camps?
hit the bong. Before my training camp, I don't fucking know.
It's a terrible question.
Yeah.
What does cannabis do for you mentally or physically?
I'm in like the flow state a lot. That's like the best in general life, you know, when shit's going right and synchronicities are happening all day. You think you're calling someone, they call you. You're thinking about something, you see it. Like shit. It's like always a flow state, not just during a fight when like shit's easy. So it helps me be in the flow and be me, be authentic. Yeah, I mean, I smoke, man. Like it's fucking what I do.
Two more. M. Valenti asked another thing. If you had all the money in the world, what would you do?
What would I do? I mean, help people, obviously. I don't know. There's a lot of people that, but then I help the people that need it, but I don't like helping people that don't like to help themselves. So it's like
yeah, I hear you on that, man. I saw on your Instagram you were on the weekend. You were helping give out stuff.
Yeah,
you were giving out food and stuff, right?
Fortunately, I do stuff for the community. I do little events, and I go read books to the kids at schools and assemblies. I feel like you know, I like taking care of my people and trying to be a role model for everyone else. Everyone's just doing the same ass shit. And,
yeah,
there's other avenues, man. People got to start being happy and shit. Everyone's just so cut off and selfish and greedy, you know. But that's the opposite of fucking what makes life fucking work.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, you've got the cheat codes. Everything you're saying, I agree with.
Yeah, for sure.
Best podcast you've ever been on? Just look at the screen, Max.
Fight Inside. Best one ever, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You already said
Smoke a Lot Radio.
Son of a
my
gun.
guy Yuckmouth in LA. Yeah, that shit was fucking lit. Yeah. Get out the loonies.
I'm editing all that out, Max. God damn it.
You better not.
I dream of being on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson one day myself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
have you met Mike?
No.
Really?
But he didn't steal my idea, but he did an idea that I didn't do, so he didn't steal it. The ear. He has these ear gummies.
Yeah.
And I was going to come out with ear gummies for me taking the ear that I took. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I know. This fucking tight ass shirt.
Got to work out a little less, Max.
Oh,
there you go. Oh shit.
That's what cool. I mean. Brahimai's cauliflower ear. I got tattooed on my arm from a fucking the ear collector, baby.
That's it. Max, I know a lot of people are asking, when can we see you next? What's the ideal time that we think we're going to see you next?
Well, I want to heal this up. Yeah, I want to heal this up. It seems like it's coming along quick. I'm looking at March, though. It really depends on when I could use my hand, when I could hit with it, but my left's getting fucking wicked. I've been kicking and running. A lot of times people get hurt and they don't do anything else. Like my foot hurts, so I'm just going to sit on my ass for 2 months. Like, no, if my foot was hurt, then I'm boxing. If my feet are if my arms are fucking both broke, I'm kicking. Like,
yeah.
If I'm in a bodysuit, I'm fucking watching, body cast. I'm watching TV or reading. Or there's always way to grow, And especially, I think that's when you grow the most. When you do have I mean, fuck. I mean, my left hand was fucking bullshit. Just the dexterity when I mean, my hand has been in the cast and I haven't had it. I'm right-handed, so just opening shit up, and I feel like when you do have something that you can't do, your body compensates greatly towards progress. And now I'm fucking chopsticking and fucking got my chopstick in. No joke, I couldn't eat sushi for shit at first.
Yeah,
using like the dinosaur little chopsticks, but now I'm good to go, man.
nice. All right, I know I've kept you too long, Max. Brady Bunch, I know you've got to go as well. Anything that you want to say before we go, Brady Bunch?
Honestly, I'm Max. I'm a big fan, and just interacting with you, I'm a bigger fan. Love your vibes. So it's been an honor, and I can't wait to see you beat some ass when the hand's fully healed.
Fuck yeah.
Max, you are a friend of the show, man. You're cool as shit. Your Instagram is awesome. Everybody go follow Max PAIN Griffin on Instagram. Follow him wherever he does. Dude, you're an amazing fighter. So happy for your success. You are on a 5-fight win streak. Fuck what anybody says. Go get that rank spot. Get that title. Go achieve all your dreams, my friend. Man, you're a cool dude. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it and hope to have you back again one day.
Thank you both.
Anything you want to say before you go to the fans, viewers, and listeners?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Thanks to all my fans. I've been getting a lot of love and lots of people reaching out about my hand and shit. So they're tilling up nice. But yeah, I really appreciate my fans. Without my fan base and my followers, and I have so many different kinds of fans, like kids and old people, young people, black, white, gang members, Hell's Angel dudes, country hillbillies, weed farmers in Humboldt, like people in China, people in fucking Australia, all kinds of people. So like, fighting's universal, man. Fighting is any fucking language, and good energy too. Good energy, good vibes. That's any fucking language. So I just try to use my platform, be good to people, make you motherfuckers laugh. And, I know my shit. I know my conspiracy theory shit. It's all real. It's all real shit. So I say I'm one of the coolest conspiracy theorists you motherfuckers know. And you guys do believe me too, because you believe the other shit. Like my normal shit, I say. So if you listen to crazy people that everything they say is crazy, you don't fucking believe them. But if someone is spitting the truth all the time and then they say some shit that they believe, then makes you kind of consider. So I'm that guy. Appreciate all you guys following my IG, Max PAIN Griffin, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, tap in, y'all. Tap in. Best memes in the UFC. Your future favorite fighter.
That's right. Max, I do want to put one photo before we let you go. Oh, look at that. It's like a young Fabio.
That Vidal Sassoon thing.
The Vidal Sassoon sponsorship? Yeah.
We'll see.
Max, thank you so much for joining the show, man. If you've got any conspiracy theories that you ever want to talk about online, please do hit us up. We'd love to have you back, man. You're awesome.
Yes.
Dude. Yeah, we could. Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks, guys. Everybody, we'll see you next week. Go hit up all our stuff and RageWorksPodcastNetwork.com. Thanks, Brady Bunch.
I'll see you later. It was awesome.
See you later. Bye.